Hello and welcome, John Croner with Bullseye Trader, and I'd like to welcome you to the Market and Holly update for the day and the week ending Friday, April the 27th. Well, let's go ahead and get right to it and see how we did. The SPY for today, you can see we did gap up a little bit, and then we pulled back, from the highs there a little bit, kind of a lot of volatility through the day. And as you recall, we do like to take a look at the weeklies on the end of the week here. So here is the weekly chart, and you can see last week we went up real nice and high and pulled back, and this week we went low and came back up. We are between the 50 and the 20 moving averages. So we're kind of just working in that range, and nothing has been decided for sure. So we're just going to have to watch and see which way things go with this market. The IBB, you can see we had a small gain for today. We were up, pulled back a little bit, and then we gained nicely throughout the rest of the day there. And on the weekly chart, you can see here once again we came down, we bounced off the 200, and we came up, and we did close better than we opened the week out, and better than what we closed last week. So the IBB made some gains, but we are underneath the 20 and the 50, and we're above the 200, just to show you where we are with the moving averages. The Qs, now we had a nice gap up this morning, but as you can see here, we pulled back through most of the day. We didn't quite close on lows, but pulled back quite a bit from where we were. And on the weekly chart, once again, not a lot has been decided. We have the big wick to the upside last week, the big wick to the downside this week. We're above the 50 moving average. We're above the EMA 8. Actually, we're resting right on it, and we are below the 20. So, interesting week there. Once again, we're just having a hard time with everything going on, with everybody deciding what they want to do and which way this market's going to go. And you're probably better off not to try to guess, but just to wait to see what happens. Now the Dow, you can see here we did close a little bit lower, and a lot of up and down action on it for the day. The weekly, same thing, we're below the 20 moving average. We're just below the 8 SMA, but we are above the 50. And probably, if we look here, we're probably way above the 200. So that's where the Dow was, the big wick to the upside last week, big wick to the downside this week. So next week could prove to be an interesting week as we have more earnings come in, and just see which way this market decides to go. The Russell 2000 pulled back a little bit today. Once again, on the intraday chart, you can see the volatility and the little wedge forming here. So once again, as with all this, it could go either way come next Monday and next week, and a lot may depend on what happens with any news over the weekend that might happen that will affect this. Now on the weekly chart, you can see we actually have an engulfing or a bearish engulfing candle here. So if we get a trade below this 152.95, it could signal a couple weeks of pullback, not necessarily a long-term pullback, but certainly a week or two. So once again, we're just going to have to see what all this brings us. And let's go ahead and get into Holly and see what happened with Holly. First of all, for the day, she lost 68 cents. She came to the table with, about an even amount of long trades and short trades. You can see here she batted 100% on one short trade and one long trade, and then she had some that she didn't do quite as well. Here's the short trades that she had. Let me go ahead and bring up my Excel spreadsheet. That tends to tell a pretty good story for you. So this was today's trades. We had 17 total trades, as you can see. On the short side, we had 7, lost 4 cents, but the risk-on profit was $1.91. On the 10 long trades, she lost 64 cents, but the risk-on was down just 51 cents. And if we take a look at our, for the whole week here, once again, we can see for the short side, she had 22 trades, $1.33 profit, risk-on profit, $7.92. So the shorts that did very, very well. On the long side for the week, as we scroll down here, $1.08 profit, but only 70 cents on the risk-on profit. And you can see here I have the breakdown per day for you on what happened. So once again, the 22 total short trades, 64 total long trades, and the 86 total trades for the risk-on profit for the week was $2.41, and her risk-on profit was $8.62. So all in all, she did have a good week, so that is our Holly report for you for today. And I want to show you one other quick feature with Holly. What you can do here is you can go in and you can right click on here and you can go to history and you can go to time frame. And if you wanted to see all of her trades this week, we would start with with the most recent of today, and the ending date, we would put back, if we put on the 22nd, which obviously there was no trading, but this will give you all the trades that she had, and you could sort it by risk off profit, okay? And this will show you her biggest loss this week was 46 cents, and her biggest gain was $1. And so that's pretty good when you make 86 trades and your biggest loss is only 46 cents a share. Now, if we look at the risk-on profit, her best trade on risk-on was $2.03 profit. That was this AQ, which was a short today, which was just absolutely beautiful. She called this right here, and you can see it just dropped and dropped and dropped. So it was just a tremendous trade. But $2.03 there, and her biggest risk on loss was just 41 cents. And if you've been trading for any length of time, the biggest thing is to control your losses, and Holly does a very, very good job of that. Now, another thing you might want to do would be to go ahead, you can copy this whole line here, okay? If we come down here and we put that on our clipboard, and we can go to our symbol list, okay, under tools, and you can create your own symbol list. And we're going to put these under our Holly, and we're going to just copy, and we're going to do Control A, and we're just going to paste in the new one. So this would give us our list of stocks that were in Holly this week, and you can see it came out at 85. So obviously she picked one of them 2 times, but that way through some of our scanners you could track those trades over next week, because chances are a lot of those trades Holly may have been a little bit early on, and we might just get some very, very good action on those next week. and a lot more alpha and a lot more profit to be had. So that's just another trick that you can do with this software. And as always, I would invite you to try out our Trade Idea software. We have a standard plan and we have a premium plan, and you can try it for 1 month or you can buy the whole year. And here's a link right here that you can go to. It is case sensitive. That'll take you to the where you can sign up for this. And if you use Bullseye, all caps 15, it'll save you 15% on your first month or your first year. So I would welcome you to go ahead and give this a try, and we would love to see you try out our software. And as always, I invite you to go ahead and follow us at bullseyetrader.com, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, StockTwits. And if you liked what you saw here, go ahead and hit this thumbs up for me. And if it's the first time you've seen this video and you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. And feel free to share this with your friends. So I want to thank you for watching tonight, and God bless.